Hey friends, happy Monday. Happy new work week. Welcome to my live, and if you happen to be watching later, welcome to the replay. My name is Robin, and I'm with Robin's Egg Blue Creations, and I'm also an independent designer with Couture. So once you hop on tonight's live or you hop on the replay at a later date, please say hi in the comments and tell me where you are watching from. I happen to be in central Kansas, where it's felt like fall for like the last 4 or 5 days. It's been in the 60s and 70s. It's been quite a treat, but we're going to warm back up again starting tomorrow. Also want to let you know that I'm live in 2 locations this evening. So if you hear me refer to a comment that is not showing up in your comment feed, that person may be watching on a different platform. And as always, if you like what you see during this video, or if you just want to help out my channel, please feel free to spread the craft love all over Facebook and YouTube. Hit that heart button, give me some thumbs up, follow, subscribe. Anything is greatly appreciated. It just helps out my little channel. And as always, if you like what you see, tag your crafty friends and invite them to watch along with you. The more the merrier. With that, I don't see any comments yet, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and flip the camera. I know in the description I said that I was going to reveal the club transfer. I see that Jason is watching from the other side of the door, so hello. But first, before we open up our club transfer, I wanted to show you a few new products that I've gotten. So we have some new surfaces that debuted a couple of weeks ago. So we have a line of shiplap signs, and let me see if I have a graphic for that. I do. So we have some floating frames and some new shiplap signs. And so the frames come in, I believe, a 5x7 and probably a 9x12, I would imagine. And then the shiplap signs come in 5x7, 9x12, actually 9.5 by 12.5, 12 by 18, and 18 by 18, and I think that's it. So yeah, we have some new surfaces. So I got a couple in. So I have the 5x7. And it is roughly, I'm just going to tell you how wide it is. Looks like it's just under 1/4 of an inch. So it is pressed wood. It is plain on the bottom, so you could certainly make it double-sided. Jason says sorry he was late with his comment because he was finding me on YouTube. Perfect. So I am on Facebook and YouTube tonight. So if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, I'm almost to 200. Of course, that's taking me forever to get to 200, but I appreciate all the friends I could get. So if you happen to be scrolling on YouTube, don't forget to check me out there and subscribe there. Because if something breaks on Facebook, I can always go live on YouTube. So this is shiplap. There are small indentations for the shiplap. You could stain or sand this down and stain it. You can paint it. And again, you can also make it double-sided. You can put holes in it. All sorts of fun stuff. So we're going to play with those at some point. And I want to kind of play with the crackle. That's not new to me though. So I also got the 9.5 by 12.5. And again, these can also go either landscape or they can go portrait. And then I got the Happy Haunting. I wanted to use these in some of my, I have a big mess on the floor. I have some of these canvases that I'm ripping apart so I can expose the frame. So I thought these would be perfect little icons to fit in these frames, and then maybe add some felt florals once I rip once I deconstruct the canvas. So I got those. So it has the cat, the pumpkin, the hat, and the moon. It says, when witches go riding and black cats are seen, the moon laughs and whispers, 'tis near Halloween. Then it has like a 13, a 23, and a 7, and a 31. And then happy haunting and happy Halloween. And then I got 'Tis the Season. It's really cute. It has the pumpkin, the football, the leaf, and then of course your pumpkin spice latte. A lot of designers have been doing really cute things with this. Actually, let me pull a picture down if I can find it in my stash. Let's download that. And then let's go over here. The fun thing about StreamYard is I can do all this on the fly. Let me pull this up for you because this one is super cute. This, I think, was posted in our design studio. So if you are a Perks member or a designer, you get access to the Couture Design Studio. And Denise Mayer created this cute 'Tis the Season frame. It's on the hoop frame. So of course those two boards can be taken out and replaced with other designed boards. So this is one of the cute, super cute things she used using this particular transfer and the hoop wreath. So that one's super cute. And then I got the fall favorites pattern. So it has the fall leaves, the kind of the funky dots. I'm not for sure, kind of this hatch pattern. And then of course I got it for the sunflowers. And there's probably another hoop wreath in my magic. Let's see if I can find that one because I know I saved it too. Oh, that's not it. But it turned out super cute. Oh, here it is. So it was Creative Sarah Page Gruber. She created this one with the sunflowers. Don't mind her facial expression as I caught her in a weird screenshot. But she made this cute sunflower wreath with the Welcome to the Nut House transfer and the sunflower pattern from this particular transfer. Super cute. Super, super cute. Okay. And then I got the new vanilla paste, which let me hold it up. Let me get gray and let me get white, and I'll show you the difference. So here's white, here's grayish, and there's vanilla. So you could probably get the same color by mixing white and grayish, but vanilla is just a skosh creamier than white. The camera does not pick it up at all, but. And then I also got some of the Dixie Belle Sea Spray. Now I already have some of the Fusion Fresco. It's the same texture additive, but I wanted to make sure I knew how to use sea spray in case some of you needed some sea sticks. Okay, so let me put all this away. Now we can reveal the Club Couture. I haven't even opened it yet. So I just got it today. So let's go ahead and open it up. So it comes just like this. So it comes with a transfer. It comes with an exclusive B-size transfer, which is usually in here. So it looks like this. Let me take it out of the package since we'll be using it. And then you can see it better. Hey, Miss Bonita. She says, sorry she's late, but she's here. I totally appreciate it, whether you're on for 5 seconds or for the entire shebang. So this is called Botanical Block Print. So that is the exclusive B-size transfer. So it also comes with Shimmer, Harvest, and Papaya chalk paste singles. And then it comes with this super fun, oops, I want to show my address if I don't have to. It comes with this watercolor-ish panel. So it feels like heavy cardstock. So it does, but it does have some linen type. I was trying to see if I can hold it up to where, okay, hold it, there you go. You can see some of the linen texture. Oops. Not wanting to. There, you can kind of see it. And then it comes with, this is called a magnetic sheet display. It comes with 2 pieces that are magnetized and a hanger. So I'm assuming, and you could use any type of hanger. So I'm assuming like you would put the hanger in, and you're probably going to want to tie some knots so that doesn't slip through. But you put your hanger there, put your picture there. And it also has hangers on the back, so you could just hang it directly on the wall. But yeah, that fits in there good. That's not going anywhere. Okay, cute. So let's get going. Before I get started, I just happened to get a couple of, I looked on Facebook and Couture had posted this. So it says, we know that many of our club members are starting to receive their monthly shipments. So they wanted to provide a couple of tips because this panel is watercolor. They recommend thoroughly fuzzing your transfer using a fuzz cloth or a terry cloth towel. Work quickly with your pastes. First-hand knowledge, I was using some watercolor paper just last week, and I'll show you the project. Paste dries super quick on watercolor paper because it just sucks up all of the moisture from the paste. So you have to work quickly. You recommend starting with Shimmer Harvest first because the shimmer paste dries slower. You may also apply a light layer of surface wax to the watercolor paper before you begin chalking. Okay, so let me show you. I actually was working on a dollar horse. Somebody gave me a blank dollar horse, a wooden one, and wanted me to add florals to it. So I was playing with it, and as I was playing with it, I was doing these pieces down here, and they look decent now, but they were not decent before because I didn't paste and peel because I thought it was a small enough design that I didn't have to. But because this is watercolor paper, it literally just sucked all of the moisture out of the paste. And when I went to peel it up, like most of this flower was stuck in the silk screen. It had just dried too quick. So you can kind of see on this one, and I think that's even after trying it again. I actually cleaned my transfer and I went back, I put it back down. But yeah, work quick on the watercolor paper because it will suck it up. And I'm not quite for sure. Let's look at their photo. So they must have did they blend the 2 colors together? I think that might be what we do. So we may do like a hot mess. Okay, so we'll see what we're going to do. I'm going to use my paste, my papaya, I think, as long as it's juicy. I don't think I have Shimmer Harvest. It's probably dry. So I might actually use a different color. We'll see. Let me check my stash. Here's my Shimmer Harvest, but I bet he's going to be dry. So here's my shimmer harvest. It's not dry, but it's not. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that. So I'm just going to use a different color. Benita said, let me get back to my comments, that she watched the video on this one, and yes, they did the hot mess method and rubbed with their finger a little as well. Good to know. Good to know. I'm not going to use Shimmer Harvest. I might use Shimmer Copper, or I might, if I can find it. I don't know. I don't know where my nominee is. But my pastes are right here. My whole craft room is a disaster. So I could either do a hot mess method with Papaya and Nominee, or with Papaya and Shimmer Copper. Which do you think would work better? I think either one would be great. So while you're deciding, I will start by get my fuzz towel out of my drawer. Benita says Nominee. So because this is a reusable transfer, Jason says middle and my left. Yes. So this one, that's the Nominee. It's not going to write on it. So I think Nominee wins. Because this is reusable, I want to make sure that I mark the back Botanical block print, so that sorry, I don't know why my camera, I don't know if my computer just doesn't run my camera very well. Anyway, my apologies. I want to make sure that when I'm done cleaning the transfer, I know that this is the back side and I need to put the transfer back on this side. So it's going to peel that away. Now there isn't much sticky to this. I think the wax, it's not necessarily to keep your transfer from sticking to the paper. It's to keep the paper from absorbing your paste so quickly, because there isn't a lot of adhesive on here to stick to kind of mess with the paper. So we'll see. I don't know whether to, I don't think I pasted on, I don't think I I waxed the watercolor paper when I used it last week. Whew, that's really, okay, so let's go ahead and get some wax. You can use your surface wax. I'm gonna, because I've had this since the beginning of time, and I'm still have a whole lot left. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Minwax finishing paste. I prefer it anyway. I don't think I need that much. Oops. So I'm just going to rub it on and try to buff it out. Probably need a little bit more. Benita, did you watch like the the Couture video, or were you watching another designer? Probably just ruined it. Oh well, it'll get covered up. And I have a big splotch, but let's see if it gets covered up. Okay. Okay, so I know part of the, I think you need to move your design as far down as possible to make sure, because some of it's probably going to get cut off. Or, yeah, some of it's going to get cut off anyway. I'm going to try to line it up with the side. Okay. I think that's as good as we're going to get. Okay, so let's start with our nominee, but he just said it was the Couture video. I haven't even watched it. My apologies. My head has been everywhere, but where it needs to be. I had an Etsy. I was lucky enough to get an Etsy order about a month ago. So I took a week and worked on that because I knew I had to be out of town. I was out of town the next week for 4 days with my husband. I tagged along on a business trip. And then I've just been trying to get ready for Raised Rustics open house, which is this coming weekend. But I had to have some stuff ready last weekend. And then I got a Dollar Horse custom order for the Dollar Horse. Okay, so I'm just going to load up my squeegee. And I'm just going to literally make a bunch of blotches with it. This is called the hot mess technique, or some people call it marbling. You could call it, I don't know what else, but. And then I'm going to come in with my papaya, do the same thing. I'm just going to load up my, and you probably want, you kind of want 3 squeegees for this. I almost want a third color. You want, let's just, let's not. Okay, so I'm just going to come in with my third squeegee. And you're just going to try to combine you're just going to swipe at the colors. Some of them are going to mix and blend, some of them aren't. But you want to minimize your swipes, otherwise you're just going to end up mixing the 2 colors literally together and forming a third color. And then if you need to, do not put this back into a container. Although you kind of made coral. And if it looks like some of your edges are a little too harsh, because this is watercolor paper, and your pastes are water reactive, You can blend them a little bit more so it's not so harsh. But remember, you got to work fairly quickly. Bonita said that's exactly what the video showed. She wet her finger and minimally wet her finger and swirled. Yeah. Shoot, this is drying over here. Let's see. That looks pretty good. I can feel it drying though. Okay, so let's see what happens after I think I've got more on me than I have on the canvas. The cool thing with this is because it's too up, see? It did start to peel up the paper. Okay. So it did peel up the paper in a few spots. I was getting ready to say the cool thing with this is you can do, you can just go buy a thing of watercolor paper at Walmart. It won't have this nice linen-esque texture. Hello, Miss Amanda. Hello, Thea and Oliver. Hope you're all doing well as you can be this evening. So what turned out is kind of pretty. But let's, I'm going to go get some water and wet my transfer and clean it. And I'm going to get a different thing of watercolor paper. And we'll just keep experimenting. Because that didn't work. Hold on. Sophia and Oliver, how was school today and yesterday? Okay, so let's get that wet. Need to get a board eraser. I can't believe it's already time for school to start. I swear, when you don't have kids in school anymore, I have totally lost track of what time of year it is. Let's get that paper off. Okay, so let's flip this over. Let's clean it off. We'll talk about what happened. I've never had it peel paper before, especially, because there's no adhesive right where it tore. I think it's probably because the paste dried and picked up my... Today was the first day for both of them. They had to miss last week. They both had a really good day and got some of the friends there. Oh, good. So is Oliver in, is he in, I can't remember if he's in second or third grade, and Thea's in first. Is that right? I'm just glad you guys made it back. Been thinking a lot about you. Praying a lot about you. Okay, let's get this clean. Third grade, good gravy. That's nuts. Okay. That back. So we're going to get out our handy dandy fuzz cloth. And we're going to dry our transfer in here. Get some of that So I'm just going to sandwich it in there. Let it dry. Put my water back before I spill it. I'm going to get a new piece of watercolor paper. Amanda said it'd be crazy, and you appreciate the prayers always. Always, always. Okay. So I'm thinking one, it either got too wet, or two, it dried so fast that it peeled up the paper. But what? And it is very streaky, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. So let's do another piece of paper. I think this is about the same. Nope. So this is 8.5 by 11. And this is probably 9 by 12. Oh, I have an avalanche about ready to happen over here. So let me find a paper trimmer. What I get for not being very prepared. So let's do 11. Of course, yeah, I mean, this didn't happen at all to me last week when I was working on that watercolor paper, but it might have been the particular watercolor paper. So if you are a club member and you find yourself in the same predicament, holler at me and I can get you some more watercolor paper. While that's drying, let's go through a few housekeeping things. So this month's color of the month, I didn't check to see if it was still available. So let's just add something to my cart real quick. Let's see if it's still available. So it's called Cozy. It is like a shimmer brown. Yep, it's still available. Oops. So you can unlock the ability to purchase this paste with a $75 order while supplies last. So that is the color of the month. There's also, while you're bulking up your cart to purchase the color of the month, once you surpass $50, you are eligible for the free bundle treat, pumpkin treat bundle. It is a free transfer in chalk shape. You are eligible to purchase that with every $50 spent while supplies last. Let's see. There's also you can enroll as a Perks member for half off, so it's only $10 now through the end of the month. So for your $10 monthly fee, you get a $20 product credit. You get to shop retail price products at 30% off. You get to join the Couture design studio community, and you get more exclusives through Couture. And then there's also a I don't think I got a graphic for it, but you can also join as a designer for $50 a month. or for $50. So it's half off as well. And part of the kit includes the Aiden 9x12 magnetic frame. I think just by itself, it's a $48 retail value for. So for $49, you're getting the Aiden frame and a lot more. So it's quite the steal, if I do say so myself. So if your wish list is way bigger than your wallet, I highly encourage you to sign up to be a Perks member, because you can shop at any time at 30% off. There are no monthly quotas. And even if you choose to sign up as a designer for the $49 this month, there are still no monthly quotas unless you have teammates under you, and then there is a monthly quota. So either way, it's a great deal. So I'm just trying to get this a little bit more dry. I think it's pretty good. So let's go ahead. I'm not going to wax just because I didn't wax on this last week and it worked okay. You just got to work fast because this watercolor sucks up your paper. Okay, so let's try this again. Let's line it up. I've lined it up on the side, and I'm going to drop it down just a skosh toward the bottom so that my top part of the design doesn't get as cut off. It's not perfect, but I think I'm going to mostly do all. Let's do a different technique. I'm going to do mostly all nominee. And then I may come in with some of the papaya. See if that works. We'll just see. And if not, I'm just going to leave it all nominee. Just remember, this is watercolor paper, so it's going to suck the moisture out of your paste. You know what? I'm going to use, this is the waste from when we scraped it off the last time. It has a slight bit of shading to it. So we're just going to see what happens. It may end up with some weird ombre effect. Oop, I can't put that back in. And then I'm going to come back in with a little bit more nominee. Just in the spots. I'm just kind of playing at this point. Seeing what I get. Okay. I'm going to grab the detail tool and put it in the negative space to kind of help me pull it up. So it could have been, it could have been a lot of things. Because I'm used to working on this paper, I know how it works. So it could have been their paper. It could have been that I got it too wet. It could have been that I got it too dry. Okay, I've got stuff everywhere. I think I'm also, because I got a splotch here, at some point I'm going to come back. I'm going to water down some of my nominee and kind of make some, I guess we could do that now, but I don't want to make a mess because I have a little splotch there. So if I add more splotches, it'll look like it's supposed to. Uh-oh. That's weird. Is it? Oh, yeah, there it went. Sorry, my camera's doing some weird things. So it kind of warps right now, but as it dries, it should uncurl a little bit. If you look at it from the side, it's a little, it be warped. Jason says, beautiful, very oriental stroll looking. I do like the layered effect better than the hot mess effect. Only because that blended a little better for me. But whatever floats your boat. Anita says she loves the idea of splotches and sprinkles. So what I would do for that is put, I would put a little bit of nominee in a color tray and water it down to where it's pretty fluid. Actually, let's just do it. I've already made a big old mess. Let's just make a bigger mess. Let's put that there. So I'm going to get a box. I have to step over a mound of crafts to get a box. Literally dropped everything. You can tell I was playing with gold splotches earlier. Oh gosh, my camera's doing all sorts of weird things. Okay, let's get a color tray. And I'm going to get a stir stick. And let's get, not that color tray. That color tray. Let's get a bigger brush. It's like a good brush. Oh, okay. Let's get some nominee. And I have some distilled water in here. If I use distilled water, then I can put this back in my jar when I'm finished. Might be too much water. Yup. Okay. Let me use my paintbrush. So I've got my paintbrush loaded up. This might be way too much. And I'm just going it's gonna splotch it everywhere. Probably get it more on me than I am. You can also use a toothbrush, but that gets really messy. I can feel it landing all over me. There, that's a little better. At least helps that one big blotch blend in. There we go. Oh. Okay, that's probably plenty of splotches. And now because I put distilled water in it, I can put most of this back in and it won't hurt anything. Okay. Oh yeah, I think I splotched myself more than I splotched my. Well, at least I got it to blend in. So now that one lone splotch isn't the one lone one. Okay, let's put that away before I end up with it, wearing all of it. Oh yeah, I've got it on my shirt. Okay, and here's what it looks like. It's nice and sparkly. There is some papaya in there. You just can't see it very well. When I tip it that way, you can see a little bit of it. Yeah, super cute. So then, and I don't think all of these are not all dry, but let's bring in our hanger. Oh, I probably splotched it too. So I'm going to add a couple of knots on this side. I'll add about 2 or 3 on this side. And this may not be needed, but I'm going to do it anyway. And let's cut that. So then we're going to lay that in there. Technically, that's the front. So I'm going to flip this over. And then let's fix my camera so I can show it to you up close, or up from the front. So there's our cute little hanger. It's not straight. Kind of crooked. Better. The cool thing is again, if you get different watercolor paper, you could even just use a piece of like thicker canvas. You could use denim, so you could trade this out for all sorts of different holidays, seasons, evergreen phrases. You could do different Bible verses, all sorts of fun things on there. Jason says he loves it. Amanda said that's super cute. So yeah, super fun. I have to make sure to figure out how to get mine flat. Otherwise, that's super fun. This would look cute on a t-shirt, especially in like any of the metallics. It would look cute just on the front of a t-shirt. Tea towels. I'm sure we could figure out how to do it as a door hanger, especially with that color blocking. All sorts of fun things. So yeah. Again, my apologies for being so hit or miss these last couple of weeks. I need to get back into the swing of things, because I do love hanging out with you guys. But I think that's about it. So I should hopefully be live again on Wednesday. Thanks for hanging out with me this evening. I hope you all have a great week. And if there aren't any more questions, I will sign off for the evening. God bless, and I'll see you in my next crafty video. Thanks for watching.